How's everyone doing today? If anybody knows me, they know I am a huge fan of Pokemon. I have decks, I have games, I have video games, Pokemon Wallet. It's pretty awesome, actually. My friend made it for me. Um, I have Pokemon toys, posters. It's like I never grew up. I mean, I'm 20. I never grow up. I never grew up, but I grew up in a good aspect, I guess. But today I am going to be reviewing my knockoff of the Dark Dominator deck, and I will show you what all I have and the strategy to the deck. So let's get started here. To start off, I have 11 Psychic Energies in this deck, which are right here. Then next, I have 12 Dark Energies, and you'll notice I have 4 of the Dark Energies with the effect. And I'll tell you that later in the whole video, okay? I'm actually recording this off my cell phone, so sorry if the camera work isn't the best. I'll try to keep it down to a minimum of screw-ups here. Double Rainbow Energy, if anybody knows what that does, it can only be attached to an evolved Pokemon and provides 2 of any energy. You don't have to tell your opponent which, and it does, your attacks do 10 less damage. So that's a very good price to pay for 2 of any energy. I also have Rescue Energy. The Rescue Energy, I will explain later, so we'll keep those out. We'll keep that out so I can explain it later. I have 1 Dark Patch. Attach a Dark Energy to any one of your bench Dark Pokemon from your discard pile. The Eviolite. Attach that to a basic. Attacks are reduced by 20. Life Herb, to get rid of all special conditions. If you get heads, get rid of all special conditions on any Pokemon plus 6 damage. 2 Junk Arms. That basically gets rid of 2. Gets rid of 2 energies. 2 cards from your hand. Search your discard pile for trainer card. Show it to your opponent. Put it in your hand. Can't use Junk Arm with the effect of this card. So I can't get Junk Arm with that effect. So 2 Professor Juniper, just in case I'm getting a shit hand. Sorry for my language, but I don't really care. Professor Juniper, in case I'm getting a shit hand. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards. 2 energy searches, just in case I'm getting nothing worth of energies at all. 2 Pokemon communications, show a Pokemon to your opponent, put it on top of your deck, search for any Pokemon you want, and then shuffle your deck afterwards. 2 Bianca, draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. With this deck, you're really not going to have any cards in your hand, so that's a good one to use. 2 Rare Candy, I'll explain them later. And 3 Max Potion, I'll explain them later. So we'll put all that stuff, that's what we have to explain yet. On the Pokemon, 3 Sableye with Junk Hunt. Junk Hunt, you put 2 item cards from your discard pile into your hand. They work really well. They're a 1 knockout Pokemon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody can afford 1 knockout and getting a Max Potion to save your best guy back. Simple enough. Also, you could even get, the Rare Candy or an Energy Search. So 3 Muna and 2 Musharna. 3 Muna because of the long distance hypnosis. I always want to keep at least 1 Muna out with a long distance hypnosis if I can. That's to stall my opponent. Just in case I need to stall my opponent, it says, once during your turn before your attack, you may flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. If tails, your active Pokemon is now asleep. Now, I know that sounds really shitty, to put your active Pokemon to sleep, but let's do a little bit of a role play here. Say he's on the bench, and I'm getting nothing, and I have the Musharna up. And I do long distance hypnosis. He's fully loaded for Dream Waltz, right? It only takes 3 energies. I use long distance hypnosis. I accidentally put him to sleep. That's alright. Dream Waltz will do 90 then. It's that simple. If I'm not getting anything, and I have him up, ready for Dream Waltz. I'll put him to sleep. Give 90 to the defending Pokemon. It's that simple. It's a really good card to have in really any Psychic deck, and 3 energies for 90 damage. That's about what a Darkrai EX does. So next on, we have 4 Dino, 2 Zweilous, and 2 Hydreigon. Now let's explain this. These are the mainstays of the deck. You need these in this deck or else the deck will not work. The Hydreigons I luckily came into. I didn't know the person had them, and I just was looking through the binder, and I'm like, wow, I need these. And I got them for a very, very good price. So let's see what goes on here. Hydreigon's Poke ability. Dark Trance. As often as you like during your turn, before your attack, you may move a dark energy attached to one of your Pokemon to another one of your Pokemon. It doesn't need to be the same Pokemon every time. You can do, it's kind of like if you're an old school guy, it's a damage swap Alakazam, but with energies. Simple enough. Now, these were the max potions, and the 2 rare candies would come in. Say I'm not getting Zweilous. Rare candy, Hydreigon. Simple enough. Max potion, you're going to want to keep them alive. You're going to want to keep Hydreigons alive. And the way you do this, you're thinking, well, max potions get rid of all the energy, so why would you want to get rid of all the energies on Hydreigon? You're not. Darkrai EX. Simple enough. All you got to do, take the Dark Trans, take all the dark energies, and put them over to the Darkrai. And use max potion. You're only losing 1 psychic energy. Simple enough. And the rescue energy. Now let's explain that. The rescue energy is always going to be attached to my Darkrai. Unless I don't have him, then it's going to be attached to him. I'm not going to waste my rescue energy on anyone else. It's not like that I have anyone else that I would waste it on. The rescue energy, basically, rescue energy provides 1 colorless energy if the Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from an attack. I got tongue-tied there. Put that Pokemon back in your hand. So basically, if I keep attaching that to Darkrai, you're never going to get rid of him. Or if I attach it to Hydreigon, you're never going to get rid of him. All I would do for the max potions, if you look over here, heal all damage from one of your Pokemon, then discard all energy cards attached to that Pokemon. Simple enough. I'll take the Hydreigon's Dark Trans, move him over to Darkrai, so that means he's fully loaded. Get rid of 1 psychic energy, heal him for heal all damage on him. Now let's say he brings up another Hydreigon like this, or something that would kill him in 1 hit. That's fine. Move him out of the way. My Darkrai's coming up, fully loaded for Night Spear. And then what you can do with the Night Spear is start hitting their bench then. That's simple enough. You keep hitting their bench, you don't have to get rid of any cards, and then during which time that you have those Hydreigons knocked out, you can attach Eviolite to the Darkrai. It's a basic Pokemon, so you can attach it. Any damage done to Darkrai is reduced by 20. Only can it be attached to the basic Pokemon, so you want to keep Darkrai alive, like I said. Now, the reason I have those Biancas is just in case, my first Hydreigon were to be knocked out, and I don't have anything in my hand, I don't have nothing for them. You draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. By that time, I won't have any cards in my hand. Everything would have gone to Hydreigon and Darkrai. So I can draw until I have 6 cards in my hand, possibly get a Dino. Same thing for the Pokemon communication. If I have a Musharda in my hand, and I have a Zweilous that is ready for Hydreigon's Fire Dragon Blast, I'm definitely going to get rid of the Musharda to search for my Hydreigon. Or I would get rid of a Musharna to find my Darkrai, or my Sableye to get my Darkrai if I need them. Simple enough. So that is my Pokemon deck. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. But this deck has really worked for me throughout